What is up, YouTube? Four Leaf Cards here. Hey, thanks for clicking. I got to go to the Strongsville show. Just a quick little stop in. I was out for work. I got to see my buddy Scott, have dinner with the family. That was awesome. Had some barbecue, some delicious barbecue. And then went over to the Strongsville show for a hot minute. And really, my main goal was to get in there and work on my 58, 59 sets. And I had some things that I thought, well, I could trade or sell or whatever. And I'm trying to do it by trading. And I happened across a booth that had some 58 and 59, and it was all in really good condition. And so I said, I'll sit down and take a look at the binders. And while I was there, I pulled out my 57 basketball stuff, and I said, hey, is this something you'd be interested in trading or buying? And he said, well, I'll take a look at it. And so as I was going through the binders, we kind of went back and forth and kind of came up with a price on that. And I said, well, let me see what I find out of your binders. And it worked out pretty darn good. It was almost a one-for-one trade. So here are all my mostly commons that I picked up. I'm not going to go through all of them. We're going to spend some time looking at cards when we get through the book. But here's my checklist now. Look at all those crossed off numbers. Holy moly. So I think we're down to about, I think I checked them off here, down to 29 on the 59 set. And was it 30? Yep, 34 on the 58 set. So we are in one fell swoop. We are pretty close. All these ones with the little names next to it are the Hall of Famers. So I'm gonna have to rewrite my lists and go from there. Maybe we'll give an update. So really accomplished the goal of going there. It was a really nice show. I mean, you didn't have to cut through all the modern stuff, right to vintage, every table. There was a little bit of modern stuff there. There was some weird, it's kind of like, hey, I'm not sure you're supposed to have that out. But anyway, it seems like they let a little bit of it slide if most of your table is vintage. So then just after this, it was really about catching up with people. So it was awesome to see Scott again. He came back out, and Chris from Missouri. Awesome to see Chris. That was great to meet him. And Canadian Cards Mike. Great to meet him. I don't think I might have met Mike at the National. I can't remember, but I don't recall meeting him. I think I might have seen him, but didn't really actually shake hands. We just got busy and never caught up. But anyway, so Mike and Chris and Scott. I missed my buddy Don. He was going on Saturday, and I just didn't have time. I had to get back and coach some baseball. So we had a soccer game, and then I had to coach practice. So, but I did spend a quick little hot minute moving around and looking at some things. And there was a guy that had some oddball stuff, and I picked up the come on now, you don't want to focus on this for my T58 set. It's the porpoise for a couple bucks. He gave me a deal, so it was a package deal. It's a little less than $3, let's call it. And I found some placeholders. I thought this was really cool. Home of Ralph Waldo Emerson, a couple bucks from the Helmar Turkish cigarettes. Historic home series. So I thought that was kind of cool. Just a really nice artwork on those. There's a lot of them, so I don't know if I'll go after this set or maybe just find some cool ones there. I thought this was a cool one here. Jungle Chewing Gum. This was a sea elephant for a couple bucks here. There's probably too many things in the background. It doesn't want to focus. So there we go. So I thought that was kind of cool. It's a substantial card. And I've looked at a couple of these, and I was thinking about maybe doing it. It's a Church and Dwight, because I've got a Church and Dwight fish series. So whenever I'm searching for those, these birds come up. But I just, I saw a bunch of them, and I thought, man, that bluebird and the oriole are just beautiful. And they're for a buck. So kind of got those. We'll put them in my kind of old school animal collection. Maybe a placeholder. I don't know if I'll do that set or not. This was a Mogul Egyptian cigarettes. I'm just into like weird oddball tobacco stuff. It was a birthstones with a horoscope thing for the month of March, Pisces. Thought that was cool. This was a really cool set. I could see myself building this set from Hassan cigarettes. The Oriental Smoke. Sounds so exotic, but it's a lighthouse series, and the artwork on this is just absolutely gorgeous. So this one was $7. It's a Cape Cod light, so I've got some ties to Cape Cod. I used to go fishing there all the time. So I picked that one up as a placeholder. A lot of them were in the $2 to $3 range, but it was a big series. So I may just use this as a placeholder and pick up some of the lighthouses that I've visited. Pick this one up here, Cadillac. It's an Eldorado convertible. But this is going to be another project of mine, and maybe someday I'll put some videos on that. But we have a 1950 Cadillac that needs some redoing. It's in good shape, actually. It's pretty good. It's been garaged its whole life, but I guess I'm going to inherit that or I don't know what's going on. My brother doesn't want it. It's going to cost a lot of money to redo, but I think we're going to get it and redo it at some point. So I picked that up. It's just got a connection to me. I could not pass up these Mossies for $1. Oh, I love Don Mossy. That's probably the main guy that connects Scott and I. So then we got it's a Hoot Evers, right? Yeah, Walter Hoot Evers. I think I'm going to try to start. I just absolutely the show reconfirmed to me that I love 53 Bowman color, and I think I'm going to try to at least get all the Red Sox guys maybe. So I picked up that Hoot Evers, and here's Mel Parnell. So we get a little start on that. I don't know if I'll end up doing it or not. I just couldn't pass this one up. It's Lou Boudreau, but I need it's got manager on there, so I need one that's got some writing on there. I don't know. It just called to me that it had to be in my collection. And the last thing, I did pick up a couple things that I'm going to put in my gift pile, so I'm not going to show those. And the last thing I picked up for me was an Alzarilla. This is another one that I might think about doing the Red Sox set on some of these Bowmans. Bowman. I may just make the Red Sox series on 50, 51, 50, 53 maybe. Anyway, so I picked it up. It was in, fairly good shape. So just called to me, I don't know. So that's what I got, but I'm excited to put these into the set. We are pretty close to start making binders. And I'm not sure how I want to do these videos. I got a lot of I think these are all-stars in here, maybe Hall of Famers. I don't know. Anyway, but we are pretty close. So I'm excited about that. I'll be looking for some more videos. We may just go page by page on that if I get ambitious and just take a look at all the cards and really appreciate them. So that's what I got. That's my Strongsville recap. Scott, Chris, Mike, Andrew, Nuff Said Cards was there. I told Scott I wanted to meet him. He saw him, and we were kind of hanging out afterwards for a hot minute, and I just couldn't connect with Andrew, and that was one person that I really did want to meet. I just really admire his collection, and I wanted to shake his hand and just say hi, and didn't happen. So Andrew, I'm not sure you watch my videos, but if you do, sorry I missed you. We'll get you at the next one. And for all you guys that have been watching for 8 minutes of my my rambling pickups of Strongsville, thank you so much. Appreciate you watching. And if you guys are opening anything, best of luck to you. Don't forget to collect to connect. It was awesome seeing all of my buddies there that were there. And as always, have an awesome day. Yeah, so a little bonus footage here. And I saw this silk, or whatever you want to call it, squirrel from the American Tobacco Company. And there's also a blue variety, but anyway, I didn't see that one, but now I know there is one. But it kind of just signifies what my collection's all about, and it moved me, so I purchased it. And here it is at the end of the video because I totally forgot about it, just like a squirrel. Have a good one.